first. I was trying to formulate my question into words, so you can go first. I'm telling you to go first. You go first.
What's some way you plan to increase engagement? Like a specific example.
For engagement, I definitely say that we should have a Nesby retreat during the end of the year, so that being involved in strengthening the bonds within the chapter.
I think we've gotten better with it, but it could still be improved. So, like, what do you think that you would do in order to get like our NESB members to basically like bond with each other before nationals, like getting to know each other, and not be like in their cliques when we're after everybody.
Okay. For your question, I feel as if the first general body meeting, like that's one of the most crucial meetings because it sets the precedent for the entire school year. So I would start by having like a wilding out themed like introduction to Nesby, which is like, you know how they go like at the family reunion, like I would try to implement that so people know like we're fun. And it's like everybody gets to know each other without having to be like strictly professional. It's like you get to let your hair down and like get to mingle with those that are like you, and you can learn something from them. And as far as like as the year progresses, I wanted to implement rotational like each like you know how Blueprint has families that are color coordinated, in which like each month you will be placed with like, for example, you'll have 6 different people each month, and that'll be your family, and y'all will have to do like a designated activity once, and you would earn membership points in order to go to nationals. So it would be like study one night together for 2 hours, or go to dinner one night, and like you just like had to take a selfie, and then you would submit it in like a Dropbox, and then like at the next general body meeting, when it's time to do when you're assigned to your new family, we will reflect back on the general body meeting and be like, oh, this was my family for the month, this is what we did, and like what you learned about the people in your group, so that way you know everybody before you go to nationals, and it's not like, oh dang, this person is really cool, I wish I would have talked to them before.
So another thing with membership is like it can be as like a very involved position, or like a very like chill position as you want it to be. And so like I guess with having schoolwork, and if you're involved with other organizations, how do you plan to manage when you have to plan things like the NESB banquet, or help out with like the NESB family reunion, or help out like programs through the NESB week, while also wanting to do all like different things you want to do?
Well, beforehand, when meetings are scheduled, I would release this, like I would ask people what is their availability, and also let them know my availability. So it's not that I'm neglecting my duties to the position. So that way, if I'm not available due to unforeseen circumstances or something that was already scheduled ahead of time, I could make myself more flexible within that same time frame in case the issue is time sensitive. So like if I have a test on Monday, I would be like, well, we can meet before my exam and we can discuss this and get this done. So it's all about flexibility to make sure that things are getting done.
We have time for one more question.
Okay. What problems did you see with like current anything with like the current like membership, like things that you can improve upon, like anything, the same things that you think could be improved upon? How would you improve upon it?
Definitely like checking in the point system. I would keep the point system the same, but in order to make the stats for like to gauge members' engagement within the chapter, it's an app called Social Tables, and you can create an event, and you basically like, you guys don't have to RSVP for your event, but when you get here, you'll just check in like, oh, like you'll make your profile and have your name, you can put like your major, your birthday, and just like a simple sentence about you, and then it's like, as you come in, like it's set up by like wherever the event is taking place, and you could say, okay, I am in attendance if you're within the vicinity, and then it gauges like, okay, 20% is in attendance, 40% is in attendance, and that way at the end of the night, the statistics are already done. You can just put it in an Excel spreadsheet and make it, it'll condense how long it takes to get the membership points out to people, so that way we can update members more frequently on where they are with their involvement within NESB, so then they don't have to wait till January or February when they get their points and they're like, dang, I want to go to nationals, but I only have 43 points. Like, what do I do? So I feel as if the social tables and the check-in, that will really like expedite the points, the calculation of the point system, to let members know like what they need to do in order to increase their involvement within the organization.